Hello, everyone, and welcome to my B1 Low Intermediate English course. In this module, you will learn the models of ability and possibility, can, could, and be able to. At the end, you will get to practice what you just learned with a few sample exercises. Let's get started. All right, let's look at this table quickly. So I'll tell you the basic uses of these. So can or could is can be used for possibility. For example, you can win this game. It's possible. Or I can't come to the party. It's not possible. It is also used for permission. For example, you can't or cannot smoke here. That means no permission to do so. Or can I come in? It is also used for requests. Can you help me, please? Or could you speak slowly? So can and could can also be used for sense verbs. For example, can you hear that? Or I can't see him. And then ability. He can speak 5 languages, or he's able to speak 5 languages. Okay, so can or could is only used in the present and past verb tenses. Uh, so we've got he can speak 5 languages, present, or I could read at 4 years old. That's past. We can't say things like I'd like to can be with you. Not that. Um, and then note here, we have could here, and this can be used for one past occasion, particular um, situation, something that you could manage. So, for example, they could escape the fire in this occasion, or they couldn't. That would be negative here. All right, be able to. This can be used for all other verb forms. So, for example, present, he is able to speak 5 languages, or I was able to read at 4 years old, past simple. And then we can also say, I would like to be able to be with you, or I won't be able to be there. So you can see all these different tenses here. Now, it can also be used for one past occasion. For example, they were able or managed to escape. We'll see some more examples on the other slides. Okay, can, could, be able to, ability and possibility. So let's talk about ability first. So we use can or could to describe ability, and we use can't or couldn't to describe the absence of ability. So we have, for example, she could play the piano very well. So this means a past ability, like as a child. And then we have children can't concentrate for long periods of time. So that's present. And then I can speak Chinese and Korean. All right, let's talk about possibility. We also use can to talk about possibility when something is possible. All right, let's see here. Okay, so we'll look at a few examples. Anyone can win this competition. It's possible here. All the participants are very good. And also there's I can't come to the party next week. So that means it's not possible for me. And then we have look at those dark clouds. It can rain anytime. Now let's talk about permission. We also use can or could to talk about something that is or was allowed. And we use can't or couldn't to talk about something that is not allowed. So let's see here, a couple examples. You can't smoke in the house. but you can smoke on the terrace if you want. So this is granting permission. Can't do this, you can do that. And then we have mom said I couldn't stay out late with my friends. So this means what I wasn't allowed to do this, stay out late. All right. Okay, we also use can to ask for permission. So can is less formal than may. Um, so you've heard may I come in? You can also say can I come in? Sure, please do. Or can I use your phone? I don't have mine. Now let's talk about requests. We can also use can or could in requests, like when we ask somebody to do something. For example, I have so much to do. Can you help me? Or could you speak more slowly, please? So, all right, let's talk about the verbs of the senses: see, smell, hear, feel, and taste. These are verbs of perception here and are stative verbs or non-action. Okay, so stative verbs cannot be used in the continuous form here. Instead, we use can, and we're expressing ability here, being able to use these. So, for example, you'll see what is correct and what isn't here. Are you hearing that noise outside? And then we have, can you hear that noise outside? So we don't want to say, are you hearing? Same with this one. I'm smelling gas in the room. We should say instead, I can smell gas in the room. All right, let's talk about be able to. Be able to is often similar to can, and we may use it instead of can to talk about ability. But be able to is more formal and is not as common. So you'll see these. They are able to do the job faster than anyone else. Um, or were you able to drive in that rainstorm last night? So yeah, not as common here. We often say can or could, either way, like saying, uh, could you manage or were you able to manage? Yeah, instead of were you able to. So we'll see some more examples like that in the next slides. Okay, note that can only has present and past forms. Can is present, could is past. For all other verb forms like infinitive, gerunds, present perfect, and so on, we should use be able to. So, for example, I'd like to can visit her more often. That doesn't look right. It should be, I'd like to be able to visit her more often. So this is using to infinitive. So to be able to visit. And then I've got, I don't like loud music in pubs. I like being able to talk with my friends. So we've got being able, the ing form. And then will we be able to talk to the singer after the concert? So we've got be able to talk, infinitive, or I haven't been able to study for the exam. So present perfect, but negative, haven't been able to. All right, let's talk about the difference between can, could, and be able to. So we can use can and be able to talk about general ability in the present. Okay, so let's look here. Um, we have some examples with was, were able to, or managed to. So we've got he didn't have an address, but he could find the place. Um, that doesn't sound right here. So instead, it should be he didn't have an address, but he was able to or managed to find the place. All right. And then in negative sentences, both could and be able to can be used to say that we were not capable of doing something on a specific occasion. For example, it was very dark and they couldn't find the exit. So it's the same as saying it was very dark and they weren't able to find the exit. All right, and then we have I couldn't find the necklace I wanted because someone bought it. Or we've got he wasn't able to attend class because he had surgery last week. So I know it can be confusing sometimes, but we'll go on to a few sample exercises to practice and uh, check our knowledge. Okay, so exercise 1. So from the drop-down menu, we'll choose the correct forms here, can, could, be able to. So can you read this for me? I'm not able to, couldn't, or can't see without my glasses. All right, so if you chose the bottom one, can't, that's appropriate. Can't see without my okay, so ability in the present or lack of it. Okay, number 2. I've never speak Spanish as well as my brother. Could, been able to, or can. So using present perfect here, we want which one? The middle. So if you chose been able to, you're correct. Okay, number 3. After 2 years in China, I am able to, could, or can speak quite fluently now. Okay, so which one looks best? So it can either be am able to or can. So talking about ability in the present, I think if we choose am able to, that sounds like an appropriate answer. All right, so number 4, I hate, couldn't, can't, or not being able to understand my French neighbors. Okay, so if you chose the last one, not being able to understand, that sounds the best. Okay, number 5, last one here. When he was 40, he speaks 6 languages. Was able to, can, or could. All right, we're talking about ability in the past, right? So, all right, so if you chose the last one, could, that would be the correct one. All right, number 2, exercise 2. There we go. Okay, now this one here, multiple choice. We have 2 correct options. Okay, so we've got can you, could you, or are you able to lend me a pen, please? Okay, no, we can use can you, so option A. What's the other one? Okay, option B, right? Could you? Yes. All right. Number 2, not all countries are able, can, or could to manufacture high quality products. Okay, so we know we have to manufacture, so we can't use can or could. So if you chose option A, are able, you're correct. Okay, number 3 also has 2 correct options. She fell into the river, but fortunately, the firefighters were able to, could, or managed to rescue her. So we've got two, we're able to, that's one option. And what else? So it's a specific occasion. So if you chose option C also, that's correct. All right. How about number 4? Let's try this one. They can, could, or manage to unlock the door and escape. All right, so well, it sounds like we want option C, another example of an occasion here. So C, manage to. That sounds right. All right, let's check the next exercise. 3. Okay, so this time we'll type in the correct form here. So, so we've got, you help me with the bags, please. All right, I would say can. So that sounds good. All right, number 2, I'm free tonight, so I'll come and help you. So which form here of ability? Okay, so with the simple future, I will, so we want to use be able to, right? All right. Okay, number 3, I used to touch my toes when I was younger. Okay, not can or could, um, because we have used to. So we want be able to again. All right. One more. I remember my brother draw much better than me. Okay, so we're talking about the ability in the past. So could, you would use could. All right, great job in these exercises. I know that can be confusing, whether to use can or able to. Um, just depends on the verb tense you're looking at in the sentence and if it's whether this is in the present or past, right? Or a specific occasion here. All right. Well, great job on these. Shows that you listen well. Well, I can help you learn to speak English with more confidence. I'm TESOL certified. I teach native U.S. English. I'm experienced in online tutoring, and I work with all learning levels and most age groups. So whether you need help with grammar, speaking, vocabulary, or writing, or any other area, you've come to the right place. Thank you all for watching my video, and happy learning.